Holy smokers, guys, we got some crazy ransomware to talk about today for the top ransomware of April 2020. The world's fourth largest producer of wind energy, Energia de Portugal, also known as EDP, had ransomware blown at them that would cost them up to $1 million if they choose to pay the ransom. Not only that, they had an astounding 10 terabytes of data stolen from their network. Insane. And that's roughly equivalent to 833.3 repeating billion with a B images of this like button, and the number of times you guys should be smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm, or about 4,444 high definition episodes of Tiger King. Now that is creepy if you're watching that show that many times. Heck, maybe it's creepy if you're only watching it once. I've never seen Tiger King personally myself, but I hear it's a huge hit. Let me know if it's worth watching. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of it, if I should watch it. I tell you guys what, if I get 10 smashes of that like button, I will watch Tiger King and I will post a reaction video on this channel, but I need 10 smashes of that like button within the first 5 days of posting this video. So get to smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm so you can see that reaction video. So anyway, today I'll be talking about what happened in this situation. I'll be talking about what can be learned from this situation, and my goal for this video is to increase your awareness about the ransomware incidents that are going on out there in the world, so that you and your organizations are taking ransomware seriously. And I want to be able to give you learning points from this situation so that you and your organization can help protect yourselves from ransomware. All right, so the attackers, or what I like to call the pirates, threatened that they had 10 terabytes of data from the EDP servers. They posted some of those files that they had out on the internet, and some screenshots of those files that they had. Then stated, at the moment, our current post is temporary, but it could become a permanent page, and we will also publish this leak in huge and famous journals and blogs, and we will notify all of your clients, partners, and competitors. So it's depend on you to make it confidential or public. Among the files that they leaked already, the pirates included a key pass manager database, a password manager that the company had likely used for their organization. There was also a database export of the EDP employees' login names, passwords, URLs, and notes. You know, all stuff that's already bad enough if the pirates have that information, yet alone the public having that information. Here is a ransomware note that the pirates posted for EDP. As you can see, the highlighted part of the note is basically a reinstatement of what they have posted previously, also known as,
"We have a crap load of data from your company, pay up or we will release
everything." Alright, so the ransomware was thought to be caused by an MSP, also known as a managed service provider. An MSP is a third-party company that provides IT support for organizations and people, and they generally install tools on those organizations and people's systems to help provide support for those organizations. Generally, those organizations need some extra IT support, either because they're short-staffed with IT, or they have a project going on that requires higher levels of knowledge than what the organization has to be able to do those projects. Think of these MSPs as an individual user, as if you contracted out your local computer shop to do some work on your computer Well, because of this whole Roni virus situation, they don't want you to bring your computer in, so they send you an email with a program to download or a link to download a program that allows them to be able to remote into your system and do whatever the F they want to your system, or in this case, since they're the good guys, be able to help you fix your problem. Well, MSPs do this for organizations as well. One thing to take away from this case is that you have to be careful who you're selecting from your MSP, whether you're an organization or whether you're just an average Joe like me that goes to a local computer shop and needs help with your system. You have to be super careful that they're taking their security seriously, and ask them what they're doing to protect their network and the connection to your system. MSPs are becoming a giant target for ransomware because by infiltrating one MSP, a pirate can infiltrate all of those MSP's clients. Here's just a list of the major MSPs that have been infiltrated in the last year or so from mspalert.com. I'll post a link down below in the description if you guys want to check out the full article. But as you guys can see here, there's a specific case from December of 2019 where there's a MSP for a dentist out in Colorado that had ransomware that infected 100 of its dental practices that it was supporting. So this just shows you the scale of how bad it can be. If an MSP gets ransomware, it can be a really bad thing, all because one MSP was hit. So there is good news from a statement by EDP on April 16th of 2020. EDP was the target of a computer attack on its corporate network this Monday, April 13th, which conditioned part of its services and operations. The power supply service and critical infrastructure, however, were not compromised, and we continue to ensure this operation is normal. The situation is currently being assessed, and we have teams dedicated to restoring the normal functioning of the systems as soon as possible, which is our priority. EDP is working with the authorities so that we're immediately notified of the attack to identify the origin and anatomy of this attack. At this moment, we have no knowledge of this alleged ransom demand. We have only seen this information disclosed in the media, for which we cannot verify. So that bottom line down there, it definitely sounds like lawyer speak to me. All right, so the good news here is that the power supply and the critical infrastructure from EDP was not impacted, which is great. They must have had systems in place that the control and power supply was isolated from the rest of their network so that that ransomware cannot impact that. And this is an absolute must that every business should be doing. Your systems that control whether the business stays up and is running and producing have to be isolated from the rest of your network. Because if ransomware or another attack takes those systems down, guess what? Your business is not producing. And without a business producing, your business isn't making money. And without money, there is no business. So make sure you're isolating your producing network from a business, from the rest of that business, or I mean producing machines from the rest of that business's network. EDP must have also had backups as well, because they seem to be able to restore their other systems. It does not seem like they have paid the ransom. And this is also a must for every business and every person that is watching this video on an individual level. Backups are your savior for ransomware. If you have good backups in place, ransomware will cause minimal problems to you. So you need to make sure that you're following the 3, 2, 1 backup strategy. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll post a link down below in the description. Learn up on that because it's super, super important you're doing that to help protect yourselves or your organizations from not being able to recover from ransomware. All right, so a few more things that I have to cover before I close out this video. Ransomware attacks have to be treated as data breaches now. I mean, this organization had 10 terabytes of information stolen out of their network. I don't know how this organization didn't see this before this was taken out. They supposedly claim that it wasn't, but that definitely seemed like legal speak to me. They wouldn't want to admit that it was taken. But that amount of data would have taken an incredible amount of time. And organizations need to be tracking the information that's being taken out of their network, especially information that's that large. An organization should know about it before it even hits that 10 terabytes. I mean, heck, that's a lot of episodes of Tiger King, right? And finally, I want to stress to you guys that ransomware can happen to anyone connected to the internet. It can hit anywhere, in this case, Portugal. It can hit any industry, in this case, the 4th largest wind energy provider in the world. And also a utilities organization. It can hit any industry of any size. I mean, this is a $14.5 billion in revenue company and they got hit. I don't care whether you have 1 or you have 10 million employees. I mean, if a 14.5 billion with a B dollar revenue company can get hit, you as an individual can get hit, right? So if ransomware can happen to them, it can happen to you, and be prepared. All right, so finally, I have a video link down below in the description on everything you guys need to know about ransomware. If you guys want to learn more about ransomware and how to protect yourselves, I highly suggest watching that. And I do these top ransomware videos each and every single month so that you guys can learn from what happened, what can be learned, and increasing awareness on this ransomware so that you guys hopefully can learn from these situations and take ransomware seriously and aren't impacted by ransomware very hard. And if you are impacted by ransomware, you've taken the tips from these videos and applied them and made it a super fast recovery and a minimally painful recovery. So if you want to be notified of these videos each and every single month, make sure you're smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell. And these actions will also help other people see this video and hopefully help protect themselves and do all of these things for them and avoid having to deal with this crappy ransomware that's out there, or reducing their pain from the ransomware that's out there. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.